talk, man.
Definitely talk about it.
Let's talk, man.
Let's definitely talk about it.
We got another special guest with us tonight, yeah. Gotta be young. What's going on?
Good friend of ours joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Glad to have him on.
Glad to have you here today, brother.
Glad to be here. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, he's been a supporter of the show since day one.
Yeah. That's the heckler in the back of the crowd that's always dogging me out.
Good to have him on, though.
Well, y'all want us to comment, so I just leave my comments.
He does. He support. We appreciate it, though, bro. We appreciate it.
Keep that coming. Keep that good stuff coming for Rose. You know, we got to keep Rose in check.
Not just me. Don't you worry. We coming for you, too.
Definitely, though. But, yeah, we want to talk to a little bit about B. Go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself, B.
Man, like I said, I've been knowing y'all for a while. Me and Coach, I call him Coach Derek, you know, I used to help him coach a little bit. He coached both of my sons, actually, so, you know, we've been through the trenches on that.
You been with him since day one?
Not since day one. I think day one you was with Dorian, wasn't you?
Oh, I think I was there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the year I resigned.
Yeah, okay. So when he ended up hooking up with Hooks, that's when I kind of hooked up with him, and I was his agent for a while. That's how I got him on. I got him on. I think I'm responsible for getting him on that Schlego, helping out a little bit.
You always said that too. You always say he's my agent. Definitely. Hey, you know, hey, I say he definitely played a part in getting me to that job at Schlego. That was definitely for sure.
Nah, so yeah, I definitely want to see him get back in it, but you know, life happens. Man, I just been real happy to see these guys on this talk about it.
We're gonna ignore that, yeah.
Oh, it's all to the good. It's all to the good. Yeah, we definitely.
Where's life got you at right now? No, what you got going on right now?
Man, so for the last, man, I'd probably say it's been about 20 years, man. I've been doing janitorial business. Investing in the janitorial franchise. I ain't gonna say the name, they don't pay me to advertise. But it's called Jan Pro, but so I've been doing that, man. Like last about 6-7 years, it really kind of took off for me. I kind of got a little bit more focused in it, and
You running your own company with them?
yeah. So it's basically they use their name, they go out and find the accounts for you. They bill, they do everything. All you do is go clean. They take out I think now they take out 21%, but I end up finding someone where I get my own insurance, so they only take out 15% of mine now.
So if I wanted to work, I just go fill out the app and they'll just tell me what to do, or how does that
Well,
go?
no, it's not. You don't fill. You go in. They'll tell you about the business, how it works. You fill out a little application, not necessarily a job application, just kind of who you are, that type thing. And I mean, it's something that
You have to have money when you go in there, or is it
I think the lowest you can put down is like 1,000. About 20 years ago, that's what I put down. That gets you. I can't recall how much a month.
How many businesses or how many buildings?
I think it's like, well, it depends on I think 1,000 to get you like $400 a month worth of business. I want to say.
Okay.
These numbers may not be accurate now. Back when I was in, but then it goes all the way up. Somebody I know people put like 40,000 down. They got them like 15,000, 16,000 a month in business.
Would you suggest that if you first starting out? Would you want to start low, or would you suggest starting high?
If you got cleaning experience, I would say probably start in the middle. Okay. That way you can kind of do just everything by yourself, and then you can, if you got people, of course, that employees, that's ready to go, then you can start big. But
so you hire your own workers; they don't hire employees, right?
You self-employed.
Okay.
They give you 1099 at the end of the year, so it's all on you how you run your business. Some people do it part-time, still work full-time job. Some people do it full-time, and then some people just do it and find out a year later they don't like it.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person.
Do you have days off if you do something like this?
Yeah, you can structure your days because you got accounts where you clean 1 day a week, you clean twice a week, you may clean 5 days a week. It all how you structure it.
I didn't know if you had to go in there every day and clean those buildings or what.
No, it just depends on the account. Of course, the bigger accounts, the more money.
They want
5 days.
More.
5 days a week. Those are the big ones, the busy ones.
You got anywhere you do 5 days a week?
Yeah, I got 5 days a week, and I had 7 days a week. I didn't have about everything.
Man, you ever bumped head with Citywide out here?
Yeah, I've had some of their accounts.
Have you?
Some of their subcontractors actually came over to Gen Pro.
Wow.
You know, they citywide is tough. How they kind of.
I already know. I've seen them work. I know. I've been there. I've seen it.
But see, the thing about citywide is I found out the guy who owns citywide also owns like he builds a lot of these big buildings.
Oh, so that's how he's getting the plug.
So he puts it. So he builds the building, then puts his janitorial company in there, citywide to clean it.
Okay.
Well,
That's how
hustle
that's
there.
going.
Oh yeah. So we getting money on both ends.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man. What if you was talking to somebody out there who's looking to get into that business that you're in right now? What kind of advice would you tell somebody that's trying to start out and go right now in there?
I tell people, if you know how to get out and bid on your own and know a little bit about the business, I would say go that route. Like now, I be on YouTube a lot, and because I'm always thinking about venturing off on my own. It's so much stuff now than when I first got in, to where they teach you how to do things. I mean, it's you got brothers out here who got lead services, and where they'll find you leads. All you got to go in is talk to them. I would say if you're comfortable talking to people and going out trying to sell your business, to go that route, because of course, 15-20% you can keep that really.
Yeah.
But if not, if you just want to go in and just work, I mean, it's I think it's a good investment. You know, you got to deal with, sometimes you deal with the politics of the people in the office, but
Have you ever found any on your own besides the company finding the
I have, but I didn't know how to bid it, so I had them come bid it, which
okay.
that helped me on the sales and marketing end of it. But if you just want to do that, then that's a good business too. But if you got strong customer service skills, and which I like to deal with all my customers before the office do. I built that relationship with them that way. If any problems, anything
They'll
like that,
call
come
you.
to me.
That's
And that way I'm handling my own business. I'm not putting it in their hands to be able to come, whatever reason.
Sound like you got a lot wiser out there on.
Oh yeah. After 20 years, you learn the game. Plus, when I worked in the office for a while, my daughter passed. I worked in the office as operations manager, so I was training and basically getting both ends of learning. Working in the office, getting a paycheck, and then still have my own little business. And so I learned a lot about the office game and how they actually run the franchise on the back end. So, that helped me learn how to play the system a little bit.
And I seen that you said you got your own employees. Are you looking coming up this year to grow and hire more employees?
Yeah, I am. I'm like I said, I'm definitely really thinking about just going out here and just trying to promote my own.
Nice.
But you gotta learn how to play it, because technically you can't do it, but there's a
Way
there's
to do
a
it.
there's a way.
It's always loopholes.
Oh yeah. So
And you definitely always can come on here and promote it. Anytime you come on
I
here
appreciate
and
that.
push it out. Definitely though, man. Because like we had Nick on last week talking about the trucking business, and you know what I'm saying, that's a business not for everybody. But to be honest with you, the janitorial business ain't for everybody. Everybody don't really want to do that work. You know what I'm saying? But
I just always thought it was every day of the week. I didn't know if you had a day off or what.
yeah, it's man, you gotta think what you're doing, man. You're going into buildings cleaning toilets. You're cleaning up behind people.
So are you still working, or are you just
I still
managing
work.
over
No, I still
everybody?
work. I got buildings like, I got a couple dog food plants where I really don't go. I kind of manage that because they want coverage around the clock. Some buildings, like I said, my brother, he'll partner with me on a few buildings. He do his building, we do something together.
Can I ask you a question? Are they making sure that, or do you guys got to have the shop to go in there and clean any of these buildings? Are they making the
Some are doing it. Like the dog food plant, they're making the employees, the hourly employees, like all the salary ones have already had to have the shop. The hourly employees, I think they got until March. They haven't really said anything about contractors yet.
Okay.
man, that's
It's
cool.
probably coming, huh?
It's probably. I don't know, because Supreme Court rejected the whole thing about making
I did
business.
just see that.
So I don't know. In Kansas, the governor already said that they're not requiring it.
And you know what? And I think that's cool. Like I said, everybody know where I stand on a lot of that. But I do feel that, you know what I'm saying, I don't really believe in the mandate everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I still believe, you know what I'm saying, like I believe in it, I'm vaccinated, but I believe people still should have a choice if they want. I don't think your job should say, I mean, unless you in healthcare or something,
Right.
and I get that because you can infect that stuff and go crazy.
So, not to change the subject then. So, was you in favor for Kyrie and what he was doing to the Brooklyn Nets?
I'm in favor of it for the simple fact is the NBA is not forcing it. The only thing about Kyrie is because it's the city where he plays at.
Yeah.
You know, they don't talk a lot about some of the Denver Nuggets players, Michael Porter for one, that not vaccinated, but he's in Colorado.
So, you don't feel like he let his team down at no point?
No, I don't either.
Really?
But if you see the Kyrie situation, how it's playing out, at first they wasn't gonna let him play.
Now he's playing just an away game.
Now he's playing away games.
Yes.
But then there was a report last week, I believe, that said that they were showing how much they would get fined per game if they allowed Kyrie to play at the home games. So that's what it's coming down to. Yeah, so that's what it's coming. That's what it's gonna start coming down to at the end of the day. And they talk about KD out for a while too, so you know they still want to kind of keep their playoff position.
It's looking like he's keeping it alive.
Yeah,
Or trying.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't mad at Kyrie neither, though. I mean, for real, though, because, I mean, he came out and, you know, like I said, he didn't do anything. Like, the NBA doesn't have a rule in place like that. It was just these, you know, the states and stuff. So, I mean, his teammates said that, you know, it's cool with it. A lot of people say he was selfish, but, I mean, he didn't lie.
right.
He didn't come out and no lying or nothing about, you know, he just told me.
Yeah,
you know?
some people done came out lying. You have to play, what, 2 games later?
Not even 2 games.
Yeah.
What, he been suspended for half the year?
Yeah.
But see, he's still been getting paid. You can't stop his pay. So
right.
you know,
You're right.
that's what's it's not the NBA that's hurting him. It's just happened. He just happened to be in one of the 2 states who enforce it.
Yeah. It's crazy, too. That since we on the NBA, let's keep it on the NBA real quick. Now, we all Laker fans here at the table.
That's right.
Some a little bit more than others. Some a little more than others. Some are probably Bron fans.
That's right.
More than they are Lakers fans.
I got you, Bron.
I'm just throwing that out there.
My bag is packed. If you want to leave, I'm with you.
LBJ.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't really want to bring that up, you know, because you got 2 guys.
With God here.
If LBJ lead the Lakers tomorrow, these 2 dudes at the table is gone. Peace. You know what I'm saying? And like I was telling Rose on the show.
Frequent flyer
Oh, I already know, boys. You definitely gone. You definitely gone. You ain't got loyal sports bone in your body but to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But no.
That's bad too.
Yeah, that's really bad too.
Hold on. Calm down now.
And we're gonna get
Y'all
to
really just speaking a lot of stuff now right now.
We're gonna get to the Steelers.
We trying to
in a minute.
promote business.
No.
Y'all trying to.
No.
Y'all been on me since Sunday, bro.
We're gonna get to the Steelers. Hey, I told y'all last week that he came. He was gonna come over to the house. He came over, watched the game with me. Was hyped for about 10 minutes.
That first quarter, they didn't know what happened to him.
And then after that, he looked as sick the whole game. I hate I did not get him.
Ran back to the bathroom.
I hate I did not record it for y'all. But I got another video that I still got in my phone. I might show y'all one day. The last time we was here, in the first Pittsburgh game, we had a nice gathering of Chiefs fans. Shout out to all those Chiefs fans.
And I didn't invite none of them.
Shout out to all those Chiefs fans that came.
Come back over if you want to.
Because y'all know who y'all, and y'all all watch the show. I mean, we appreciate y'all filling this place.
I'm gonna let
up,
Pablo
man,
down here next time.
But he came over to the house and he was sick, man. So, well, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get that shit. I want to keep it right here on the NBA real quick because we talking about the Lakers real quick.
What you got for us?
What's up with the Lakers, man? Are they done, or are they gonna blow everything? I think I'm gonna ask you. You think they're gonna blow it up after this year?
Man, after this year, yeah, depending on how they do, definitely. I'm anxious to see one more piece be added, which is Kendrick Nunn.
Do you want Westbrook still there?
I want to see how he fits with Kendrick Nunn. I think Kendrick Nunn could be an important piece. You know, because you see how Malik Monk start filling it up, one of them young guys, athletic guys. And Kendrick Nunn was an instant scorer down in Miami. You know, that's something that they just need. You know, because Westbrook, you just don't know some of them shots he be putting up. But that's the piece I want to see added. I don't know if we'll get the chance to see it by the time they blow. You know, you hear reports all day about what's going on with them, coach getting fired, trades. But I think that Kendrick Nunn could be an important piece for him. And of course, you know, if AD come back and stay healthy, you know, that's.
What about Melo? Melo still out here doing the same?
I like what Melo been doing, man. I like Melo. He's been, you know, defensive end, he kind of, you know, bad, but I mean, Melo's been solid. You know,
really
a lot of games he's been solid to me. Just what they want from him, the minutes he's playing. You know, he's not playing LeBron minutes or Westbrook minutes or AD minutes. He's just a solid role player.
I'm with you. I'm in LA right now, yeah.
I don't have no harp on Melo. Melo, for what he was brought in to do, Melo is doing his job, what he's supposed to do. The thing is with them is, man, that I personally think they're just so old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they struggle so bad on the defensive end of the floor. And to really be honest with you, and I look at that team, it's not a whole bunch of guys on that team right now that was really like known to be great defenders anyway in their prime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Melo was never a great defender.
defender.
Only really all NBA defensive players on that team was LeBron
And Dwight.
and Dwight. So and a lot of them guys, I just don't. They're just they're so old and a lot of.
I ain't heard nobody mention his name.
Who?
Dwight.
Man, the thing about Dwight is, which they've been starting LeBron in center now.
Mm-hmm.
Here lately, these last few weeks. But with Westbrook and Bron, the spacing is already bad, and you throw Dwight in there, so he really ain't been getting a lot of minutes. I think mainly just because of offense, man. The offense spacing is just terrible.
Yeah, spacing's terrible, and then some of the rotations. I think Frank gets himself into trouble with some of the
He
rotations.
he got too many people.
So y'all happy with the coach?
Too
Too long of a pause. Too long. He needs to go. Get him out of there.
It's one of them things. He's won a championship.
Yeah.
He's won a championship, but it's like, man, he got a lot to control, man.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot to handle. And then when he was
Too
out,
much for him?
when he was out, who was the guy they had? They had the assistant there. He really didn't. They kind of struggled with him.
Yeah.
So.
Change your roster, it sounds like.
It's like I say, once AD come back, and if none ever come back, you kind of see
What it's feeling like.
What it's feeling like, how none fits in the rotation. Because that like you say, it's old because you see Stanley Johnson came in. He on his third 10-day contract, but he's been balling for him. Last game he balled the fourth quarter against Utah. So they just need a little bit more youth, man.
Yeah, they need a youth injection for real, man. And that's why I said a while back I'll probably try to evaluate the overall thing once they get some of these guys back.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to evaluate them now with no AD and a lot of these guys out for injury. So I said I'm going to give them until after probably All-Star break, and then I'll start really evaluating.
First week of February?
Because that's why I really gave them a lot of time on this podcast, because I'm like, I just want to see more, because they really ain't 100%. So I want to give them a little bit more time to see, if they can get things turned around. But to be honest with you, Frank Vogel might not make it to them.
Nah, he might not.
So he could be out.
And like some of these young guys, man, that they got like Monk, really, he been balling. But a lot of guys can't. It's hard to play with LeBron. It's hard because you got to switch your game up. And that's one thing that kind of frustrated me about Kuzma, because you see what he's doing now. Yeah. But that's a solid piece that they could be using right now.
Oh yeah.
But he just couldn't, for whatever reason, couldn't find his game with LeBron like that. Yeah. A lot of cats need the ball in their hand. And Westbrook's frustrated. That one interview he did, they asked about being a point guard, and he said, "I'm kind of like sarcastic, like I'm the point guard." So you don't know what they dealing with some things behind, behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on, man. I remember the clip a while back where LeBron came down the floor by himself, and the other four guys didn't even cross the half court line. This was on offense, and when LeBron jacked up the shot, you knew, so there's some stuff going on. But like I said, man, I'm gonna evaluate them, pretty much after the All-Star break. I'm gonna wait to try to see if when AD come back, what they do to him, man. But right
when
now,
is he supposed to return?
I don't know.
What happened to him?
He's fragile.
I wouldn't, man. I'll be honest.
He's fragile.
Hey, he's fragile, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I said this a while back, man. If they would, then you hate to say it because you see the kid's talent, but man, he's another guy that
You don't like AD?
I do, but this is the thing with AD. AD's not a franchise type of player. He can't lead a franchise. To be a franchise player, though, you got to have another kind of motor, bro. You got to think you're leading a franchise, so your motor got to be in, night out, on the road, every night, dog, like the superstars, like your LeBrons, your Kobe's. dog, they're carrying the whole franchise, and AD can't do it. He don't have that motor.
He a crybaby?
He don't have the.
He just don't that drive. Man.
He don't
ain't
have
got
the drive, and he's not. You know, in sports,
mentally he ain't got it.
no. In sports, the best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he's been hurt so much now. You can't as much like think about what if LeBron wasn't in there right now in LA and AD was our franchise player. And this dude misses all kind of games. That ain't no franchise player.
Yeah.
Franchise players now they play every night.
Every night.
They play every night. All your superstars, you know, and just until these last couple of years, LeBron's had some injuries. But before then, dog, the Kobe's, LeBron's, the Jordans, the Iversons, all those, they play every single
Sick
night.
or not.
Every
With the
night.
flu or not, they playing.
They don't, it doesn't, when they go to your city, you already know that I ain't got to worry about load management, none of that crap. They play every single night. That's not AD, he's not a franchise player. So if LeBron was to retire or move out of LA, I say we got to get two superstars because moving forward, AD ain't it for me.
Yeah, when LeBron retire, I have to jump off that bandwagon.
I already know.
My eyes
I'm
is
with
in
you,
Memphis,
B.
Doc. My eyes is in Memphis.
You going to Memphis?
Man,
What's
Ja,
that kid's name?
Ja,
Woo! He set him on fire the other night. I seen him.
So you going to Memphis?
Yeah, I probably end up in Memphis, man. I'm already eyeing my next move.
You don't know where you going.
I don't. You don't know yet.
I've
But Ja,
been
he's
looking for a
been
while,
looking
man.
great,
I've been
though.
looking for a while. So, but that Ja done really, man,
He's been making some headlines these last couple of days.
He talks, he talks on the court, man. And that's another thing about the league, man. And somebody said it earlier in the season, but I really noticed it when they played Memphis this last time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's afraid of LeBron. These young guys don't care, man.
They don't.
These young guys, I mean, they had Bane out there talking so much trash to LeBron.
They treat
Don't
him like that was
disrespect
treating
me. I'm like, I'm like, bro, that ain't how it go, dog.
That ain't how it go. They don't care no more.
Right.
Look how Payne was talking to him.
Yeah.
Earlier. Yeah. They ain't even no superstar player.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They got mad at Payne, but I really wasn't mad at Payne. I thought it was funny because Payne, he does that for the Suns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's that guy. He talks
That's
trash.
old school basketball, man.
Exactly. LeBron, and like you said, these young boys, they're not scared of LeBron. They're not scared of the Lakers, period.
Nah.
They're not scared of none of them old cats no more. Bro.
He don't put no fear in
They
nobody.
just disrespecting all my favorite players. Ben, Brian.
Well, Brian, my guy. But, I mean, you can only expect him. He's year 19.
What about
man.
Ben? Ben ain't your guy?
Ben's terrible. He should have been out. Come on.
It was only something for a minute, B. Come on, don't leave me like that, B. It was only something. I had the Steelers hat right there for
I've
you.
never been a fan of Ben, man, ever since he got that.
Steelers? Never been a fan of the Steelers?
Nah, I like Tomlin. I'm a Tomlin guy, but I don't care. I mean, I want
Tomlin is the only black coach out there right now.
Speaking of Tomlin, let's roll into this real quick, and then we're gonna roll into the sorry ass Steelers. So,
Gotcha.
what do y'all feel about the league that's mostly black? All been promoting this diversity that over the last few years, and now we got one black coach in the whole National Football League.
I think if half the players is black, we need some black owners and black coaches.
It's more than
it's
half
terrible,
the players.
man. It's
know?
terrible.
What is it? NHL? They have 92% all white. What is that? NFL 75% black.
The thing about the NFL, which is different from the NBA, the players don't run it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they won't go fight for nothing because for one, their contract's not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they need to play. You know, so they won't. You know, I mean, it's a shame how they did old boy down in Miami, Brian Flores. You know,
Oh yeah.
You know, they did him. I mean, he turning Miami around to me. You know,
Yeah.
reports come out. He was tough. He was hard on the kid. Okay.
Well, look at old boy. They just smacked him in the helmet the other game.
Right.
Well,
But see, that's how they. We've always been portrayed us as blacks. We've always been portrayed as angry,
Yeah, mean.
bad. You know, that type of thing.
ain't
And
right.
so, you know, but man, some of the hardest, toughest coaches. You know, that's one thing. The one thing I do respect about the Steelers is they just won't fire. They've only had a handful of coaches in their career. You know, Kyra wasn't no punk. He grew up under Marty Schottenheimer. You know, he was there. Tomlin's been there. Tomlin got a lot of fire into him. You know, they take him young and just
You think
keep him.
Tomlin's a bad coach?
No, Tomlin's solid to me, man.
Yeah, Tomlin's to me. I think Tomlin's
He's
a top
solid.
5.
You think they
NFL
need to get
coach.
rid of him?
Nah, the quarterback is the problem.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear you say.
And this is the
Steelers
thing.
fans.
Since you were still so
Man,
you,
they on Tomlin's head, bro.
But you think they should get rid of Tomlin?
No, I don't. It's
I don't think
a lot of
the Steeler fans ain't on them.
It's a lot of the older people, if you get what I'm saying, is saying this, bro.
They're solid fan base, bro. The Steelers solid fan base. They love Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
He's never had a losing season.
Never.
You know what I mean? Okay, you can't.
You just got to be in one of my groups to see who's making all these comments. Then you'll
I
understand.
mean, you know, if you look at, they make it to the playoffs, and then but you going in the quarterback, where
yeah,
you can't do nothing.
We about 2 years away.
And,
I mean, it's tough now though, because you got Mahomes. Mahomes.
He's getting. Don't worry, he's gonna get his due
y'all got
diligence
that boy,
this
y'all got
Sunday.
that boy in Cincinnati who tough.
He's
y'all
tough.
division.
I told you we got one of the toughest
Baltimore.
divisions out here, bro.
I mean,
Our
our
division is solid.
Oh no, you don't got no.
Our division. Listen, Cincinnati had just sweating.
You back in.
What?
You
Who?
back into the playoffs on the hope and the prayer.
Y'all just now made the playoffs after 20 years. You just be acting like I've been stomping down this road all your life. You just made it. Now you act like you just claimed the whole road. I don't want to hear it. You better win Sunday.
We've been in the last two Super
I don't
Bowls.
want to hear it.
We've been in the last
Let's go,
two Super
Buffalo.
Bowls. We've been in the last two Super Bowls, and here you are again. Now you're rooting for Buffalo.
Yes. Let's go, Buffalo.
See, all these young quarterbacks you root for is before Pittsburgh will never get back.
I keep telling that we need some fresh feet back there. I'm glad they listen to me.
You ain't getting no fresh feet no time
Not
soon.
this year, we ain't. Next year we will.
And Mike Tomlin wasn't your coach. You know what I'm saying? I definitely talk way worse than y'all, but y'all suck.
Well, I got some words for Andy.
What you got for him?
I'm just going to keep it solid right now. I'm going to wait till Monday. I want you to come watch ESPN with me this Monday.
I will.
But back to the black coach thing real quick. Okay. There's a meme going around.
Okay.
That's talking about Kellen Moore, how everybody's high on Kellen Moore. 0 playoff wins. And Eric Bieniemy has 6 or 7 playoff wins. But Kellen Moore is the hottest thing going. You know, most of Andy's assistants, you look at Andy's offensive coordinators the last few years that left.
Denver just interviewed him, didn't they?
Yeah, he gets interviewed every year. But
That's what he did.
if
Rooney Rule.
Rooney Rule, right. You know, the one that went to Philadelphia, that won the Super Bowl under Andy.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah, Doug Peterson didn't last. One that just went to Chicago before Eric Bieniemy. He was offense coordinator for 1 year.
Didn't last.
Went to Chicago.
Nagy.
Didn't last. Matt Nagy.
Where they at now?
They just fired him.
Just fired him.
But he was the offense coordinator for the Chiefs for 1 year. But he was the hottest thing going. You know,
For 1 year.
for 1 year. You got Eric Bieniemy. Now all of a sudden the thing about him is, when he calls the plays, the Chiefs offense struggles. When it's not struggling, then it's Andy calling the plays. You know, so when it comes to us, we got all these different narratives, but you don't know when Andy's calling the plays or when Eric's calling the plays. You know, I mean, you get on Twitter and the Chiefs fans is like, Eric Bieniemy, he needs to stop calling the plays.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but how do you know?
How the hell you on Twitter sitting in your living room watching Chiefs game and knowing who the hell's calling the plays at Arrowhead?
Problems. We don't have these.
Nah, but it goes back to the black quarterback.
Yeah. The black.
The black
I see what you-
offensive
I got you,
coordinator,
I got you,
because
I got you.
when they're struggling, it's his fault. But when it's good, it's
Andy.
it's Andy. So, but that's the narrative they're trying to push about Eric now to kind of push him out the way. You know,
Yeah, and then
So do y'all want him gone?
I think he deserves a shot.
he deserves a shot
I
like
don't want
everybody
him in
else.
the AFC West, but he deserves a shot.
Yeah, because look, Urban Meyer come from college. He got a shot.
He got a shot.
Adam Gase got fired
Got a shot.
in New York, right? I mean, from Miami. Then gets a job, you know what I'm saying, with the Jets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same coaches. They keep recycling them and recycling them and recycling them.
You know, the Quinn guy probably about to get another job.
Yeah, Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
It's to me like the black coaches, man. And I was thinking this today. I was like, damn, does the black coaches just need to say, I don't want to go to your interview. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part of your Rooney Rule. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not getting hired. We're not getting hired. And then look at Cully down in Texas.
Man, they did him so dirty.
He ain't got nothing to work with this year, and then just gets fired. You know what I'm saying? They beat Tennessee earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even got a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he gets fired. To me, it's just ridiculous that how the short of a leash that the black coaches have in that league when they're head coaches. It just really makes no sense to me. And it's obvious. And then the NFL throws out all that bull crap, talking about diversity it is. Put these statements on the back of your helmets.
Now,
and you running around in the league with one black head football
do you think
coach?
if it was more black owners, that we'll still have the same situation?
It's hard to say because
Ain't that the whole goal for us to try to have though? Is to own some
but
teams?
see the thing about it, they NFL got it set up so sweet where who was that to try to when P Diddy and them tried to buy the team?
They came together, didn't it? It was a couple of them.
They came together, man. But they got it set up to where it's like
gotta
it's
jump
like a
through all
country
kind of
club. It's
hoops.
like country club, man. It's like a country club.
Yeah, I think you said best, like a country club.
It's hard, But a lot of when you talk about the head coach, the person who's out there every week doing interviews, you're basically the face of the franchise. You still got that old money controlling the NFL.
Yeah.
So they don't want that face out there really. And if they do, your leash is short.
I still go ahead, B.
Your leash was Brian Flores. How they did him, was just ridiculous, man.
And then like when they do fire us, they always make up some stuff. He was hard to get along with management. He couldn't get along with the general manager. He couldn't get along with ownership. They always throw all that.
But the
we
players
couldn't get
played
along.
for him.
Yeah, the players played hard for him. Hard for him. And I just think, to be honest with you, I think the owners are comfortable with hiring people and working with people who look like them.
Right.
That's what
it boils down to.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I was asking if there was more black owners. Do you think it'd
It
be
probably
more acceptable
would,
to
but
have more black?
it probably would. But moving forward, it shouldn't have to take black to hire blacks.
But it's looking like that's what's gonna have to happen.
But if you're promoting diversity and how you pushing forward in society, it shouldn't take blacks to hire
They
blacks.
only went so far with that. As far as the bowing down with the knee, they came down and shut that down real quick though.
But a lot of us gonna have to deal. The players gonna have to buckle down and basically strike and hold out when it's negotiation time.
Then that's when they gonna come with that pride. I'm American and this, that.
But that's the only way. You got to get stuff because that's the thing about the NBA, man. LeBron and them and Chris Paul, when they had that strike that year, they set it up so sweet to where, if you look at it, if your star player is unhappy with the coach and he makes enough noise, that coach is out of here, man. The players control the league.
Yep.
Because they know we are the reason why the fans are here is because of us. They understand that.
Yep.
The NBA, the contracts they throwing out, man, $300 million guaranteed. And you can get hurt and be hurt 2 or 3 years and still get all your money.
Still getting all your money.
So it eventually it's gonna have to come down to the players.
Yeah.
We need some podcasts set up like that.
Yeah, they're gonna need to. They're gonna have to stand up for themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the union and them, they're gonna have to get stronger. Because the NBA, they doing it, and like you said earlier, they have a little bit more flexibility to do it because their stuff is guaranteed. So if I know I got a guaranteed contract, yeah, I'm gonna speak out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, I think a lot of the NFL, man, if they ain't got big money like making Pat Mahomes and them kind of money, they scared in a way.
Right.
But it's gonna take at some point in time, somebody's gonna have to stand up for them.
Yeah.
And they're gonna stand up for themselves, man.
Who was that that just
They
got
have
$250
no
million? That Cincinnati kid.
$250 million.
Who that?
Quarterback? I wasn't Cincinnati.
No, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
heard somebody got a nice little contract.
But yeah, but it's in like I said, in the NFL, it's not all guaranteed money. So if you ain't the big superstar, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying, they won't even speak up until they retire.
Yeah.
And then they start.
If then.
Yeah, then they start, get on Twitter like Larry Johnson and dudes do, and go rant on the NFL. All
Then
that.
people think they crazy because they ran.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that speaks out, this former NFL player ain't crazy. They ain't got CTE.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just easy to say. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just crazy when you look at it and say, because they've been promoting this, and then on Martin Luther King Day, you see a lot of these franchises quote out Martin Luther King memes and all that stuff. And you're sitting in a league with one black coach in your whole league, and your league is dominated by blacks. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. That's the problem right there. But yeah. But moving on from that, Rose, I wanted to talk a little bit about, since we're talking about basketball right now.
Talk to me.
We're gonna talk about we all from KCK. We all been in this area for a while. What's going on with KCK basketball right now, B?
Man, I think it's man, you talk a lot about this. I think I don't necessarily say it's the coaches for one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think you have a lot of coaches who wants to see a lot of these kids succeed like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it is the ADs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't care about the sports. You know, you got. I mean, you got people who would love to be in some of these schools coaching. Some people that grew up in the area.
Yeah.
You know, but the AD will go hire somebody. You know, you look at the instance of Slater, wouldn't hire somebody from Topeka. I mean, you know, he has no root and interest. He don't know, no ties to the area.
Yeah.
You know, they just don't care, man. They don't care about the kids. You know, and it's sad because the talent, I still believe it's talent in KCK.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, you get one or two, the best kid, and all of a sudden he gets plucked out. Or, you know, Washington got some nice, you know, I mean, they last few couple years, they've had solid talent.
Hook's son is up there right now.
Yeah, you know, but he's not the head coach.
You
know, I'm not, you know, I seen him play against, my son didn't play them this year, but their first game, but I guess they had a bunch of kids ineligible. But, man, it's just the talent level is just, it's, nobody coach them up, man.
Yeah.
You know, once they leave, you know, because, I have nothing bad to say about Hooks. Hooks is solid, he do his thing, you know. He love these kids, you know. But when you go to the high school level, you gotta have. Back when, you know, at Slagle back in the day, you know, your freshman coach was solid. You know, teach fundamentals. You know, back then we had sophomore. Your sophomore coach was solid. Your JV coach was solid. The assistant coach was solid. You know, the varsity coach. You know, for the good teams, of course, the varsity coach was solid. But your varsity coach don't have to know everything. If your assistant is on point.
Yep.
You know, if your assistant is teaching this, teaching that. Man, nowadays you look at, I pay attention, you know, and a lot of these coaches don't even go scout other teams, man.
No.
You know, they don't go. I'm like, what happened to the days of scouting and, you know, getting the game plan together?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna say that about my son's school, but man, it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's. My son told me one game they put on the, you know, before the game you got the chalkboard. He didn't have nothing on there. He said, "Y'all know what to do."
Wow.
You know, I mean, that just,
That's wow.
You know, and it pisses me off. But I'm like, you know,
that's bad.
So is the
terrible.
opportunity greater for kids at another school that's out of this district more than it is for this district? Does this district offer the same opportunities as somebody out in like Shawnee Mission North or something like that?
Well, in my opinion, if you solid, you solid. You know, it don't matter where you at.
That's true. That's true.
You know, but I look at you look at the Grant boys. You know, they all solid. You know, so they gonna get looked at.
Yeah.
But it's those kids. You know, I was one of those kids who I played freshman ball. I played sophomore ball. But I was getting good coaching at that level to where when I got moved up, you know, it was a system throughout. You know, out these programs. So when you move up, you falling right in line with that system. You know, but you're getting taught those fundamentals. Yeah. You know, when I played for KCK, you know, the coach told me one time when the coach up there, we was doing the one of them drills. What's that? One of them little basic drill. You know, you do it so much you don't think about it. And he's like, "Man, you one of the first kids around this area who ever knew how to do that drill." And I'm like, "This is what we did. I mean, this little drill like that we did every day in practice."
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of it comes down to coaching, man. It comes down to coaching, but a lot of coaches don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know nothing.
You know, and this ain't no knock on like some of the teachers as coaches, but I think they got to change the thing where just because you teach in the school, you get first dibs on a coach that's more qualified for as coaching that doesn't work in the district or doesn't teach at the school. You know, you got to hire the best coaches if you want the best results. You know what I'm saying? And I really believe, like you said, the coaches ain't scouting no more. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, when me and Leslie was at Sligo coaching, we had a solid staff. Mike Birmingham, Coach Williams. We scouted. Me, Coach Mike B, especially in that first year, and Coach Leslie, we scouted so much, like all the time. We was always out scouting. And we always had a game plan, you know what I'm saying? And even when we didn't, even if we didn't win, we can never say we didn't never come to the kids and say, y'all know what to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We always had a game plan in. We always scouted the opponent. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times we scouted together.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of times with me, Coach Leslie, and Mike B, or me, Coach Leslie, and Coach Williams. We scouted together.
Now, I'm not a coach. When y'all say this going out scouting stuff, are y'all going to look at other players, or are y'all just going to examine how these other players are playing on the team?
We're going to look at the
Team that you're about to play.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all meant to go recruit or kill.
No.
So
Well, that's important too.
Mm-hmm.
that's called scouting too, though, right?
No, that's recruiting.
recruit.
I knew that. I'm just testing you.
So we talking about so.
I'm with you here.
Hey,
I wasn't the coach. Yeah, I'm learning.
Hold on, and remember, y'all. He said he wasn't a coach. So before we end the show, we're gonna go back to something he said on the show earlier when he said
I
he
retired.
resigned. He
I
resigned
resigned.
when he was
y'all-
assistant under me. And I'll tell y'all the story before.
I don't want to.
I'll tell you the story before we leave.
I resigned.
But-
I seen what was coming.
He was gonna resign. He's gonna be fired. I'm just gonna say that. Shit, I would say that shit. He was on his way out the
So his
door.
choices were slick.
All the players was listening
Hold
to
on.
me.
Let's just say that now.
I had to do a layup.
Let's just say that now. I'm gonna put that out there. I was the head coach. I can say this now. He was on his way out. If he didn't resign, his ass is getting fired.
My papers was on his desk before he came to work.
You know, it's kind of one of them when you know you're gonna get fired, but you heard from resign, so you can say I didn't get fired. You know what I mean? That's what that was. I was saying that he was getting ready to get fired. He was on his way out. He wasn't giving us nothing. I'm putting that out there right now. He wasn't giving us nothing. So
Ask Jay. JJ tell you.
JJ, hey, he'll tell you too, man.
I resigned.
We'll double back to that, but I had to get that out because he threw that out there because he just said he wasn't no coach. And he tried to come at me earlier to my, I didn't like the direction it was going. No,
I didn't, y'all. I resigned. I want to go this way. They was going that way.
And another thing I'm gonna throw out there too. This wasn't a youth team. This was a men's basketball team that we were
Which
coaching.
makes it even
You know what I'm
worse.
saying? And I got some players. Hey,
Those are disgruntled players.
There was some players. I'm gonna be honest with you. This was a youth. This wasn't no youth. This was a men's team. So there were a lot of opinions on this team, and I'm just be honest with you. They didn't care for him. They wanted him out anyway.
They wanted me there.
They
I had
wanted
him
him
shooting
out.
free throws.
You know what
They
I'm
was
saying?
like, where Coach Reed go?
No.
He
It
had to
wasn't like
explain
that.
to him. He
No.
resigned, yeah.
No.
How did that go?
No, but we're gonna come back to that though. That's crazy though. I gotta get. You know what? I gotta get Nate them on the show too. Nate, Laverne, all them. They'll tell you they didn't want you. You know what I mean? Who the hell is that guy? But where did he play at? You ever played any basketball? No, we're gonna come back to that. But now with the high school basketball, like they get these coaches in now, man. They don't have the passion. You know what I'm saying? You hate to say that. They just there for a check. You know what I mean? And one of the coaches that, you know what I'm saying, I can say I do respect in the K-Cow is Coach Gonzalez over at Harmon.
I was about to say he's the most tenured one. He's got the most success.
Yeah,
What's
he
his
has
name?
the most
Coach
success.
Gonzalez.
Coach Gonzalez over at Harmon High School.
How many years has he been there?
Man, he's been there a while. He's the all-time winning coach over there now. He became that a few years ago.
So he grew up under Minor too, though.
Yeah, came from a solid coaching tree under Chuck Meyer. So I want to read something too that Coach Gonzalez tweeted yesterday.
I seen that too.
And I'm going to talk to B about it because B's been a guy who, like I said, freshman, sophomore, went to JV, suited up varsity, became a varsity starter, and won a state title. So what better person to sit here and talk about this than a state champion? He said, I remember the days when you were an underclassman, you felt honored and privileged to suit up varsity. Those days are over. I'm tired of seeing selfish attitudes and bad body language on the bench. I'm tempted to roll into tomorrow's game with my top 7 and say game on. When you were young, man, to just suit up varsity, B, that had to be like the most amazing thing that ever could happen to somebody who wasn't playing varsity. That was like an honor. He said it was an honor. What's your take on it?
When I read that, I just shook my head because when the coach, when you after JV game, you suiting up varsity. man, you like, first of all, first thought make up, man, it's, they out there tonight, don't understand.
Yeah.
But, they see you out there in the layup line. You got the varsity uniform on, the whole jumpsuit, man, and that feeling that you get, man, and you get to, even though you at the end of the bench and you ain't got a shot to go get in, you ain't sitting around pouting. A lot of that deals from, not only is it the kids, but I blame the upperclassmen. Because in a program, a successful program, the upperclassmen sets the standard.
Woo!
When we played, when we used to scrimmage varsity, my sophomore year, I'm holding Vinny every day in practice. So you got to work out. My junior year before I got moved over to varsity full time, we used to scrimmage varsity. And me and my partner Alvarez, we used to love going at they head, talking trash to them, competing against them. Mine would be like, God damn it, Brian and Alvarez, all y'all do is run y'all mouth. But we know if we made them look bad, they had to run. But it was a competitive thing. But there was respect through the program from the upperclassmen to the underclassmen. There wasn't no way I can sit on a bench pouting and mad, and these varsity starters who've been varsity starters 3-4 years gonna look at me and accept that. At least there's gonna be some type of argument that goes on. So it starts there. You gotta, but a lot of those kids now who playing varsity, they just there. There's no love for the game in some program. Nobody wants to, compete. And so it's sad, man.
But if they do make it to college, they straighten them all up out of that.
The players that sit and pout, they're like, what we talking about? They're not even gonna make it to college.
They have an opportunity to, though, probably, right?
Nah. A lot of times now you gotta have 12 players on the bench. You never know what can happen in the game. You gotta have enough players. So that's what he's talking about. Just putting 7 guys on the bench and just these the only guys that I know gonna play. Because you don't want to look down and see a kid pout. When there was a kid, I ain't gonna say no names. Remember when we was coaching 76ers and we looked down and the daddy came over rubbing his head.
Yeah.
Because he pouted. This is 6th, 7th grade.
Straighten your face up.
The daddy was rubbing his head.
That's what I'm saying.
The daddy.
My little son about. I didn't say that. Allegedly, I would have tried that.
No, you're not understanding. The daddy was rubbing his son's kid
in the middle of a game.
In the middle of a game.
It's going to be
a lot of it starts at home, man. You come home and I can talk to my son about basketball. He can understand where I'm coming from. He understands he's not dealing with a coach. But a lot of parents, you get home and that coach don't know nothing. But you're not teaching them what the coach did wrong. All you're doing is complaining. So then they'll take that and just sit up. But I have no. That's why I can't be a coach because I have no tolerance. I'm old school. If I see a kid down there pouting, man, go ahead, go sit in the stands, man. Go take a uniform off.
True story. Like me, I was coaching a team a couple years ago. Solid team. B was helping me coach them a little bit. And there were some parents maybe and some players that couldn't understand why we would go out and probably win a game by 20 points, but me and B still on the team heavy.
Right.
Balling them out after the game, telling them that's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. They couldn't understand, well, why is he yelling? Why is he yelling at kids? They won. But they're not looking at the big picture. We're preparing them for me as person when I coach him. B Price is the same way. That's why I let him help me. And he's always been there. I always told my kids when I was coaching them at the youth level, I'm getting you ready for high school basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because that high school coach, you think I'm tough on you. The high school coach is going to be tough. And my whole motto was when I coach, I used to always tell my kids, my goal is to have y'all not play at 4 o'clock. Right. 4 o'clock's the freshman game. I get off at 4. So if you play at 4, I'm probably not going to never make it to your game. That was my goal back then. My whole goal is getting you ready so when you come into that high school as a freshman, you damn near pretty much on JV. And I would say that 90% of the players in that program that we coached, when they went to high school, they were all on JV. They didn't play freshman ball at all. So, it does start with the parents, like you said, because they get babied.
Right.
And back then, the parents wasn't babying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now they feel entitled.
We live in a microwave society now where everybody wants it all quick and simple. You know what I mean? So, I just think that's where it is right now, man. It's just got to be, and I talked about this on a couple episodes ago too. The parents got to be more supportive too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it starts with the youth program. You know what I'm saying? You got to be more supportive, man, and support these youth coaches that are out here busting their butt trying to do these grassroots programs. They need help.
Oh yeah.
They need support from the parents.
It's tough.
They don't need to.
I didn't want someone to throw me out there as a coach. You know, I don't know how to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm out there. I don't know what to tell the kids. Game going. I'm looking. Just go, boy.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
That's why he was on his way out the door when he was coaching with me.
If y'all would have seen the talent of these older guys and what they was putting me through, you would have resigned too.
Man, we had top tier talent.
I need you, Jay. Come tell them what I was working with, bro.
I'm a name. We had top tier.
He was there.
I'm named top tier.
Talent that bad?
It was bad.
Okay.
It was bad. They was out there shooting threes like they was Tommy. You know, Tommy shoot threes from the.
You said JJ was bad?
I didn't say that.
I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say that,
What did you say? What did you say?
I didn't say that. Don't do me like that.
Don't do Jay like that.
I didn't say nothing about you. Good job, Jay.
We had that team was talented. That team won. That team went on to win the league.
That's why.
And that team ended up beating Vinny, Smith, and them. We beat them in the championship game in that men's league. And after Vinny and them had won that thing like 3 years in a row.
Jack was on that team too, wasn't he?
Jack was on the team. Man, Vinny team was loaded. He had Vinny. He had big boy that used to play at KU. Can't think of his name, man. They were loaded. All Vinny's team were all former college players, and we beat them. But we had top end talent too. Cause I just named a couple. We had Nate. Yeah. We had Nate.
Yeah.
We had
Laverne.
We had Laverne. We had Corey Dyer on that team. Who else we had on that team?
Was Curtis coming down there?
Kurt was on that team.
Yeah.
We had
Jack, JJ.
JJ. We had
Was LD coming down there?
Yeah, we had LD. Yeah, LD played 2 seasons with us. We had JJ's cousin.
Yeah, I hear the talent, yeah.
We had Servon, Willie Randall, solid player for us.
Imagine telling these guys to go sit down.
You know, I just said we probably you know what I mean?
Tried it. My papers was on his desk the next
We had a
morning.
lot of talent. We had a lot of talent on that team, man. We had my boy George. George was the point guard.
George was, huh?
We had Desi Williams.
It was.
You know, little Desi was on that team.
It was cool,
you know, Desi was the backup point, backed up George. So we had the talent on the team. We probably, man, in 3 years, we probably lost a total of 4 games in that league. And the last one, we beat Vinny and them in the championship game. Man. So, and Vinny had that team. Vinny basically had his pro-am team there, and we ended up beating them with Nate and CD making big buckets down the stretch for us, though, man. But that was a good team, and they didn't want you on the team.
I resigned.
So they was treating you like they treat Big Ben. Huh?
Imagine telling one of them to go sit down.
His thing is they wasn't listening to him.
They wasn't listening to him. They didn't listen to nobody.
No, they listen to me. They listen to me.
That was the toughest team I had, bro.
And Nate and Laverne and all them, because I know they'll know they listen to me, man. Because you don't win like 50 games in 4 years without them not listening to me. And we was running sets and everything. You know what I'm saying? We was running everything. We was running all kind of sets and stuff. They just wasn't excuse that, they really just, that's like, who is he? Where'd he come from? No. But that was fun. That was a good time, though. I miss coaching them, though, man. It was. But I miss coaching, period, though. Youth and especially youth, though, man. You know, the older, that was just something that came about. But I do miss coaching the youth. I'm about to, start coaching my son here. Hopefully, probably coming up this summer. And Kyron, too. So I'll be coaching him.
Yes, sir.
So
look out for us.
Trying to get back into it, man. But like I said, and we come back to it. It starts really in the grassroots programs to getting them ready for the high school, man. And like you said, when they get to high school, you know what I'm saying, they're already pretty much ready to go. But you still got to have good coaches in the high school to coach these kids up, man. There's a lot of stuff they just don't know.
Right.
And they can't get it all from the grassroots in some of the AAU programs. And that's part of why high school basketball is so important. I still think it's still important.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm big for the kids still play high school basketball. I'm always going to support high school basketball and AAU because I've been on both sides. So I know how both they're important to it. But I also feel that these high school coaches going to have to build a better relationship with some of these AAU coaches and not just bash them, because with the transfer portal and all that stuff now, y'all going to have to really work hard to get a kid recruited, because now you recruiting, you know, say you battling against the transfer portal too now. So that's what I feel, but it is what it is. What, you know,
Well,
we can wrap it, but
call it a day since I didn't have to wear this nasty jersey, yeah.
he gonna have to wear that
still
jersey
wanna
on the
see
next
one, man.
episode. He gonna wear it on the next episode.
I tried to wear it today, he told me don't.
That's twice.
I tried to wear it, he told me don't, yeah.
I need to be in
Twice.
the comment section laughing and giggling, man.
Twice. That's twice.
I'm gonna wear it Monday.
We beat you twice.
You did.
Blowouts. Both times.
We had you scared the second time,
You
first
in-
quarter.
You in
For at least 5 minutes, you was nervous.
7-0.
He wouldn't even drink his cup over there. We just can't play like this.
No, I didn't say that.
We was something of those words.
Man, before Watts,
I was feeling good.
Before Watts got up from that slide, they was down 21-7.
I'm trying to
We'll be back, yeah.
don't do me like that. You almost, hey man, you
I
almost.
always want to pick up the little dude.
Look.
We ain't got no quarterback.
In 2 games, you
Do it to Buffalo.
In 2 games, you damn near almost been beat by a combined 100 points.
Who?
Steelers.
41 time and then 30-something the first
But
time.
that ain't enough. You need 30
You was
more.
talking Super Bowl halfway through the season.
I
Y'all had a better
was.
record
You
than
see,
us.
we made it to the playoffs.
You know.
Get him,
People
baby.
just got hurt.
Get him,
Teams
baby.
started falling off.
Hey.
Injuries.
It was a whole lot of people talking about, yeah, the Chiefs showed me Chiefs last place. We better than this. He was 1-0. We got a better record than y'all. He come over here. We got a better record than y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry. He gonna be sitting right next to him come Monday. I can't wait.
And quit putting up them old ass rings too.
Man. But you see that there's how they did Big Ben back in the day, how they doing Watson.
I see that.
Yeah.
See that.
Yeah. That's crazy. But your boy is done, man. And so are your Steelers. Your
done.
retirement party was a success. You had Tyreek dancing with the
Oh, yeah.
pom-pom.
Don't nobody do that.
You know what I mean?
That was the weirdest
You had Nick Allegretti catch a
two-step
touchdown.
Nick
awareness
Allegretti.
with the running man.
You know what I'm saying? You got Travis Kelce throwing touchdowns, man.
Tell him to do it next week. Tell him to do it this Sunday.
We was at the retirement party, man.
And I didn't think y'all was throwing it the correct way. The first quarter, y'all was scared.
Hold on, I would make a bet with you, but I can't make another bet with you until you fulfill the
I
first.
tried to wear it today. You told me don't.
I don't.
I was trying to get my bet over with. I don't know if you're trying to humiliate me or what. I think you got something going on.
No.
Every time I say I want to work, no, don't work. Work till next episode.
No.
I think he planning something, yeah.
No.
So if something happened to me,
No. You gonna have to wear that jersey soon because you came on here. So after you fulfill your bet with the jersey, we already got another bet too, but we gonna make another bet. You want to bet something on Buffalo game?
no. Oh, what? Yeah. What we bet? I ain't wearing no more of that cheap stuff, bro. My skin is already breaking out thinking about it. Look at that. I didn't even put the jersey on.
Let's not wait till the Super Bowl. Let's bet a gay splatter.
Hold on, man. Well, you trying to run the bag up now, bro? Dang. Yeah. We would straighten the hundreds down.
Okay. So we still got the one bet though?
The jersey.
No, hold
you already won
on.
that.
No. You said if the Chiefs go into the Super Bowl, we're gonna do the pregame show from here in the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and you're just gonna put a gay splatter right here.
I did say that.
Is that bet strong?
You gotta make it there. You talking real big like I just there. You gotta make. You about 3 games away. And from the way Sunday looking, you ain't gonna make it past that. The way me and Stephen A is out here talking, it ain't looking good for you, bro.
So you
ain't looking good at all.
You rolling with Stephen A?
It ain't looking good.
Okay.
Me and Stephen A out here rolling.
So you predicting Buffalo winning?
Buffalo, got you.
Okay.
I see Buffalo against Tennessee.
We're gonna see next week. We're gonna be back in.
I'll be in the comments.
He's gonna be in the comments.
That's him. That's who's always on me.
He's gonna be in the comments. And we're gonna be talking so much stuff. It's gonna be another party on here. It's gonna be another party on here.
On that